Okay, yes, so for the mindful walking, we want to either be walking in a lane back and forth or in a circle. So from the book, Wherever You Go, There You Are by John Kabat-Zinn, I'll read an excerpt from the chapter about walking meditation. So in formal walking meditation, you attend to the walking itself. You can focus on the footfall as a whole or isolated segments of the motion, such as shifting, moving, placing, or on the whole physical body as you move in space. In walking meditation, you're not walking to get anywhere. Usually it's just back and forth in a lane or round and round in a loop, as mentioned. Literally having no place to go makes it easier to be where you are. What's the point of trying to be somewhere else on your walking path when it really is all the same? The challenge is, can you be fully with this step and with this breath? The practice is to take each step as it comes and to be fully present with it. This means feeling the very sensation of walking in your feet, in your legs, in your carriage, moment by moment, and in this case, step by step. You might call it watching your step, although it's an inner watching. You're not actually looking at your feet. So of course, once you know where you're going, you can lift your gaze and actually try to bring in that long spine energy up and out through the top of the head as you connect the foot to the earth. Just as in the sitting meditation, things will come up which will pull your attention away from the bare experience of walking. We work with those perceptions, thoughts, feelings, and impulses, memories and anticipations that come up during the walking in the very same way that we would do in our sitting meditation. And then finally, this last paragraph. Walking meditation can be done informally anywhere. It involves recalling that you are here in your body. You simply remind yourself to be in this moment, taking each step as it comes, accepting each moment as it comes. If you find yourself rushing or becoming impatient, slowing the pace can help take the edge off of your rushing and remind you that you are here now. And that when you get there, you'll be there. But if you miss the here, you're likely to also miss the there. And I love that, so I'll repeat it again. If you find yourself rushing or becoming impatient, slowing the pace can help take the edge off the rushing and remind you that you are here now. And that when you get there, you'll be there. But if you miss the here, you're likely also to miss the there. If your mind is not centered here, it's likely not to be centered just because you arrive somewhere else. So we'll practice our walking for another minute or so. Less guidance on my part, more just connecting within, really noticing your body as it moves through space. Nice. You can think about rolling those shoulders up, back, and down the body. Nice. If that feels good, you can find that a few times. Adding that sensation to our walking meditation, noticing how it feels. And then we'll start to walk to our mat. Beautiful. How was that? Do you want to talk about how that felt or get right into yoga?
Really good. It was
Yeah.
very centering. It was difficult at the beginning, but then I really got centered.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah, and just like any practice, it gets easier over time, right? You build the muscle of understanding and awareness through movement. So, but I love this quote by James Clear: "A habit must be established before it can be reinforced."
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, yeah, creating that habit and then having it in your toolbox. Okay, do you have your blocks close by? Super. So we'll find child's pose and I'll offer a variation that actually opens the shoulders a little bit more. So I'm not sure if it will feel good for you, but essentially what it is just bringing your hands on top of the blocks and then sinking the hips back towards the heels. And it might, like I said, it might be too intense, but just listen if it feels good. And then if it's too much, you can let go of the blocks.
Oh no, that's good.
Oh, awesome. And now we'll just give ourselves a few moments here to breathe into that back body. Deep belly breaths. Filling up the belly on the inhale, imagining it like a balloon. And then letting go on the exhale, fully deflating. See if you can soften any area of the body that's holding tension. Maybe it's the shoulders. Maybe it's the muscles of the forehead. Using those exhales to soften and to release tension. All right, and now we're gonna drop those hands from the blocks. You'll bring the block on the left side over off the mat. And now, this is actually an experiment, but I think it's gonna feel good. Bring your right hand to the mat towards the right side of the mat and then stack that left hand on top. So it's a side body stretch with both hands on the block, opening up through the left side body. And if it doesn't feel great, feel free to not use the block as a prop. And then lifting the forehead, we'll walk the block over to the left side of the mat. Bring the left hand to the block, the right hand on top of the left hand. And find that right side body opening. Beautiful. We'll lift the forehead. We'll place the block off to the side. And then walk those hands underneath the shoulders. Nice. And let's find some cat-cow here. Actually, you know what? We can use the blocks. We'll just keep this trend of using blocks in our practice today. So with the blocks underneath the shoulders, the heels of the hand are on the bottom of the block. And then you wrap the hand around the block. Make sure your thumb is at 12 o'clock, imagining that it was a clock. And then drop the belly, lift the gaze. Press into the palm, round through the spine. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. You can close your eyes and just adding any micro movements to your cat-cow. How does it feel using the blocks?
It's nice.
Awesome. All right, and let's meet in our neutral tabletop. We'll move the blocks towards the top of the mat. And then draw those hands a few inches forward of the shoulders. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, finding your down dog. We're not gonna stay here for long. But maybe bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg. How does this feel for your shoulder?
Good.
All right, now soften both knees and we'll take baby steps with the feet up to meet the hands. Hanging out in your standing forward fold. The feet are about hips distance or those two fists between the big toes. And then allow the head to be heavy, the back of the neck to be long. Maybe opposite hands meet opposite elbows and you hang in your ragdoll. Swaying the upper body side to side. And now we'll release the hands, keep that soft bend to the knees as you slowly rise it up to stand. The head comes up last. Beautiful. And we're going to take a moment here to bring in gratitude as the theme of the rest of our practice. So I'll have you bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and if you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes and just tap into your breath. And now we'll use the inhales and the exhales to bring certain emotions into play, especially gratitude. So on the inhale, can you breathe in love? Inhaling love. And then on the exhale, gratitude. So maybe you think of one thing that you're grateful for today. And on the inhale, you breathe in that love. And on the exhale, you push that thing that you're grateful for out into the universe. So allowing that which you are grateful for to infuse itself into your moments, into your day. And we'll do a few more breaths just like that. Inhaling love. Exhaling, pressing out that gratitude. . One more deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, maybe let it out through the mouth. Beautiful. Alrighty. Now let's step towards the top of the mat with this newfound focus of gratitude, of love. And we'll do a little bit of balance here. So my head is cut off, but that's okay. We'll find our mountain pose. So first, actually, let's shift towards the toes and then onto the heels. So a little bit of a shifting of the weight towards the toes, towards the heels. Beautiful. Nice. And then pausing, we'll shift from the outer to the inner. So weight towards the toes, then weight towards the pinky, and then weight towards the big toes. Just kind of noticing the difference. And now place all four corners of the feet on the earth. Good. There's a slight bend in the knees. The hips are facing forward. The core is engaged. Shoulders release down the back body as you lift tall through the crown of the head. And now pressing into all four corners of the left foot, start to lift that right knee up towards the belly button. Good, and then release. And you can set your drishti or your gaze on a still point a few feet in front of you to help with the balance here. So setting that drishti and then pressing into all four corners of the right foot, lifting the left knee. Good, exhale, release. We'll bring our hands to the hips, lift that right knee, and then create a circle with the knee. Feel like you're extra awesome at this because of your dancing experience. All right, one more circle, and then release that right foot down, lift the left knee, finding circles on this side. And I should have had us switch direction of the circles on the other side. So here with the left knee, you'll just switch direction of the circle. Nice hip mobility, and then release that left foot. And now just to balance it out, we'll reverse the circle on the right knee. If you found circles only in one direction, like I did. Okay, cool. Now drop the right foot. We're gonna lift the left knee and then start to pour your upper body forward and your left leg backwards, and then drop that left foot to the mat. Nice. So we're creating a stance that allows us to bend deeply into this front knee over front ankle. Beautiful. And then the hands can be on the hips. Hips are facing forward. Energy back through that left heel. Finding your breath, finding that love and gratitude. Nice. If you'd like, you can lift the arms. And then slowly, this might be a nice opening for the shoulders. Release those arms into a T position. So bend the elbows. If it's too intense, feel free to straighten those arms overhead. For a more balanced challenge, you'll find a little back bend by lifting that heart and gaze up towards the sky, if it's in your practice. Good, and then we'll come back to head over heart, heart over pelvis, lifting the hands up towards the sky. Beautiful. Press into the right foot, step that left foot up to meet the right. Nice, and then just noticing the difference between the sides. Maybe shaking the legs out a little bit. How are we feeling?
Good, challenging.
Yes, this is the hardest part, I promise. Okay, now same thing other side. So we press into the left foot, lift the right knee about belly button height. Strong and lifted through the top of the head. And then the hands meet the hips as the upper body shifts forward, lower body shifts backwards. That right foot eventually meets the mat. And then finding that stance and thinking about your feet as if they were on railroad tracks. So instead of one right behind the other, there's a distance, right? And that can help with balance and just stability. Beautiful. Finding your center. If it feels good, you can lift the arms. Release the shoulders away from the ears. Activate the hands. Imagine that your hands are caffeinated. So really active through the hands. And then cactus arms. If it's in your practice, beautiful. Maybe shining that heart forward, lifting the gaze. If you're in the mood for some balance challenge. One more deep breath in. And on the exhale, arms float overhead. Press into the left foot, step that right foot up to meet the left. Beautiful. Lovely. Okay. Now we head back down towards the mat. So we'll do so in style, just checking in with the feet, making sure they're facing forward, finding your strong mountain pose, a lot of integrity. And then lift the arms overhead. On your exhale, release into your swan dive. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, hands either above or below the knees. That pencil between the shoulders draws the shoulder blades towards each other. And then exhale, release. Allow the head to be heavy, the back of the neck to be long. We'll step that right foot back and then that left foot back. Plank pose just for a hot second. Nice, and then drop the knees. Good, bring both feet over to the left. We're just making our way into a seated position. Awesome. Okay, let's find bridge pose. So I'll have you bring one block close by. And so bridge pose is awesome. I actually really like it when I'm experiencing low back pain or kind of any pain, and especially supported bridge can be really supportive. So we'll come back into a supine position. We'll bring the feet towards the body. Nice. Thank you. So the feet are towards the body. The feet and the knees are about hips distance. The hands press into the earth. The arms are long by the sides. And then you'll lift the hips up towards the sky. Nice. And then we want the weight in our feet, in our hands. We don't want a lot of pressure on the upper body. How does this feel?
Good.
Okay, super. So maybe lifting a little higher on the next breath in. And then exhale, release. Hips release to the mat. We'll bring that block right underneath our tailbone. So it can be on the medium height or the tallest height. It kind of depends how you're feeling today. right? So opportunity to bring that block to the tailbone and then just let yourself be supported. Hi, Bodhi. And if this feels good, you can keep this supported bridge if you'd prefer without the block, that also works. I'm just gonna check in with your posture. Nice. See if you can bring that right foot to face forward a little bit more. Yeah, nice. Good. Yeah, we want those feet pressing forward. Stunning. Take one more full breath in. And then on the exhale, you can move that block from under you and let the hips fall. Beautiful. Now one more little hip opener. We'll bring the soles of the feet. Imagine they're pressing into the ceiling. The knees splay wide. The hands meet the inner soles of the feet and we find our happy baby. And you might sway side to side. He's so ridiculous. Okay. I'm just gonna bring it up. As you are not good in Shavasana. Come on. Are you gonna be annoying? All right, now we can let go of our happy baby. And instead of Shavasana, I'm actually gonna have us find a standing meditation. So we can bring both knees to one side and just press ourselves up to stand. The next chapter in this book, wherever you go, there you are after walking meditation, is standing meditation. So I thought maybe that would be nice to kind of go full circle. Okay. So let's find our mountain pose. Feet underneath the hips, strong and tall. One second. Sorry, Sasha. Okay. And I'll read to you from this book. So standing meditation is best learned from the trees. So if you have a tree outside that you can be looking at right now, bonus points. If not, that's okay. You can just imagine. Feel your feet developing roots into the ground. Feel your body sway gently as it always will, just as trees do in a breeze. Staying put, in touch with your breathing, just drinking in the present moment. Feeling those feet grounding into the earth and imagining those roots underneath. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, can you lift up and out through the top of the head, imagining that balloon string rising, rising, rising. And we'll take a few more breaths just like that as we inhale love and exhale gratitude. One more time, inhaling love, exhaling gratitude. You can blink the eyes open if they were closed. And we'll come to a seat just so we can kind of hang out and talk. But different way to end class today.
Indeed. Oh. Oh, that felt so good.
Yeah.
Very. I feel like my entire body opened up a bit.
Mm,
It's amazing.
I love that. Here, let me stop recording.